Hey, this is Arjun, and I'm the CEO of doola.com. Doola is a business in a box, and we are a venture-backed startup that has successfully raised over $13 million from the likes of Y Combinator, HubSpot Ventures, Nexus Venture Partners, Cody Sanchez, Graham Stephan, Sahil Bloom, just to name a few. Now, I promise you by the end of this video, you will know how to change the name of an LLC. This is the ultimate starter guide. And here's how we're going to cover things. First, we'll answer, can I change the LLC name? Answer is yes. We'll then run through when should I change my name. We'll then run through the 9 steps to changing the name of an LLC. We'll run through the advantages of changing your LLC's name. And then we'll run through things to consider before changing the name of your LLC. Lastly, I'll recap with how Doola can actually help with this. Without further ado, let's Doola it and let's dive right in. As the saying goes, what's in a name? Well, when it comes to your LLC, the answer is a lot. Your LLC's name is a vital part of your brand and image, and it's often the first thing that customers or investors or your friends or family, anyone will see. But what happens when your business grows and evolves is that sometimes that carefully chosen name no longer fits. So I'm going to walk through the ins and outs of actually how to change the name of an LLC. And again, whether you're rebranding, expanding, or simply just ready for a change, this will explain how to change your LLC's name. Again, this is the starter guide I wish I had when starting a business. Can I change my LLC name? When considering modifying the name of an LLC, it's essential to understand the involved legalities and processes that govern this aspect of business management. This will then ensure the appropriate implementation of changes and adherence to any formal procedures. The good news is that in most cases, you can indeed change your LLC's name without encountering legal hurdles, subject to the completion of specific steps and formal requirements. When should I change it? If you're considering changing the name of your LLC, there are several reasons why you may want to do so. For starters, if your current name is confusing to the marketplace or to customers due to its similarity to a competitor or another brand in the industry, that might be a sign it's time for a change. Or maybe your business has grown beyond its initial scope, and you actually want a name that better reflects the growth possibilities. In that case, a name change could be a smart move. And let's not forget about legacy adjustments. If the founding member of your LLC maybe passed away or left the firm, changing the legal name could be a way to honor their memory, but it also updates your brand for the future. I'll even use Doola as an example there. We used to be called Start Pack, but as we grew, we realized, hey, we don't just offer a Start Pack, we do much more. We do tax filings, we do bookkeeping. So we actually rebranded or chose a new name and went from Start Pack to Doola. 9 steps to changing the name of an LLC. Changing the name of your LLC can be a strategic move for your business, especially if you need a fresh start or if you believe a different name will actually serve as a better representation of your brand. Now, to ensure a smooth and successful transition, I want to walk you through 9 steps. Check your state's requirements. Each state will have its own rules and regulations, so you're going to want to make sure you follow the correct procedures. You can find your state's requirements for an LLC name change on the website of the Secretary of State or the equivalent government agency in that state. Now, most states have a section dedicated to business services that includes information and resources for LLCs, including process for changing a business name. You can also contact the agency directly if you have any specific questions or concerns about the process. Find out if your new LLC name is available. Ensure that the new name you desire for your LLC is unique and it's not currently being used by another business entity in your state. You can actually verify the availability of your desired name by performing a search in your state's business registry right before filing a request for a name change. Keep in mind that the chosen name must also conform to your state's naming guidelines and include proper designators like LLC or limited liability company. Prepare the necessary documents. The documents required for an LLC name change can vary by state, but you'll typically need to complete an Articles of Amendment form. This document includes the current name of the LLC, the new name you are requesting, and a statement explaining the reason for the name change. Some states may require other documents, such as a certificate of good standing or a copy of the original Articles of Organization. Notify the state of your intent to change the name. Typically, a notice of intention to change the name must be provided to the state. This notice should include details such as the effective date of the name change, the new name of the LLC, reasons for the change, and signatures of the appropriate representatives of the LLC, such as the registered agent or the managing member. Typically, it'll be the managing member. File the documents with the state. Once you've prepared the necessary documents and you've notified the state of your intentions, you'll then need to submit your amendment along with any required supporting documentation to your state's Secretary of State office. And you can do that online or by mail, depending on the state. There will typically be a filing fee, which can vary by state, so please do ensure you ensure the appropriate payment with your submission. Publish the name change notice. Upon completion of filing the articles of amendment with the state for an LLC's name change, several states mandate that the LLC then publish a notice of the same change in a local newspaper. Typically referred to as a name change publication, this requirement is designed to ensure that the public remains informed about the new name of the LLC. Each state may have different specifications regarding the publication requirements, so LLC owners must familiarize themselves with the state's particular regulations. Generally, the notice must be published for an established duration, often once a week for a set number of consecutive weeks. Obtaining proof of publication, such as an affidavit from the newspaper, is a key step, as it will need to be submitted to the state as evidence that the publication itself and the publication requirement has been satisfied. Update your business stationery and legal documents. With your LLC's new name officially registered, you should update all of your legal contracts. Actually, you must. And in addition to that, update your agreements and business licenses to reflect the change accurately. Notify your bank and vendors. Inform your bank partners, vendors, clients, and customers about your LLC's name change. Update your website and social media profiles. Update your website, business cards, and other marketing materials with the new name to maintain brand consistency. Change the name on Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, LinkedIn, and any other platforms where your business has a presence. To avoid confusion with the name change, you'll want to inform your customers and followers about the name change through your website, social media, and email newsletter. A little tip here is when you change the name, you can do new name and then parentheses, formerly the previous name. So when we changed our name, we said Doola, parentheses, formerly Start Pack. That way people knew, oh, Doola has a new name. And then slowly over time, you actually remove the parentheses, which say formerly the previous name. Hey, before we head into the next half of the video, I want to quickly explain how Doola helps entrepreneurs from all over the world start and scale their dream business. Doola is the ultimate business in a box. We help you with company formation, bookkeeping, business taxes, analytics. That's right, we'll even file your business taxes for you, so you can focus on what you do best, while Doola handles the unsexy paperwork and admin behind the scenes. If you're just starting a business, you can choose one of our formation packages, which includes company registration in all 50 states in the US, an EIN, an operating agreement, certificate of good standing, a registered agent, a virtual business address, sales tax registration and reseller certificates, and full access to the Doola community. And if you have a business already, completely okay. You can choose one of our existing business accounting plans, which includes dedicated bookkeeping, business tax filings with the IRS, free one-on-one CPA consultations, and access to business analytics. So if you're looking to level up your business today, whether you're looking to start or scale your existing business, head to doola.com where you can schedule a free consultation and get a demo. Let's get back to the video. Advantages of changing your LLC name. There are several advantages to changing the name of an LLC, including brand building. One of the primary advantages of changing an LLC name is to better align it with the company's mission, vision, and value. A well-selected name can play a crucial role in brand building, making it more recognizable, memorable, and unique in the market. Rebranding opportunities. A name change can also provide the opportunity to rebrand your LLC, especially if the initial name does not accurately represent your business anymore. Rebranding can enable your company to reach new audiences and grow in new directions. Expansion into new markets. As companies grow, they may enter new markets or industries. A name change allows an LLC to effectively communicate its broader product or service offering to a more diverse audience. This can then lead to increased opportunities and revenue. Greater market appeal. A name change can make your company more appealing to potential customers, partners, and investors. An improved and more focused name can encompass the professionalism, innovation, and dedication of your company, facilitating trust, and eventually better business outcomes because of that trust. Improved SEO, or search engine optimization. A well-chosen name that is unique, easily searchable, and representative of your LLC can enhance your online presence, capturing more top-of-mind brand awareness through higher search engine rankings. Things to consider before changing the LLC name. Despite the benefits, you'll want to consider a few things before actually changing the name of your LLC. The first is cost. Changing an LLC name requires filing an amendment with the Secretary of State and paying an additional filing fee. Additionally, there may be other costs associated with the name change, such as updating marketing materials, your website, logos, and business documents. Legal impact. A name change might require updating contracts with suppliers and clients, revising employment agreements, and obtaining new permits and licenses. This could become a time-consuming process that may temporarily hinder business operations. Potential confusion. A name change might lead to confusion among existing customers, suppliers, and partners, especially if the branding is not communicated effectively. Members of your organization and clients should be fully aware of the reasons behind the name change to ease any uncertainty. 4 is loss of brand recognition. If your LLC has developed brand equity under its current name, changing it could result in a potential loss of recognition and loyalty among existing customers. Consider the value of your current reputation against the benefits of rebranding before making a decision. Tax implications. Depending on jurisdiction, a name change may have tax implications, such as affecting your employer identification number or sales tax permits. You may need to provide updated information to the Internal Revenue Service and other relevant agencies to stay compliant. The best part is you can simplify your LLC name change with doola. Changing the name of your LLC might require some effort, but it can ultimately result in a more suitable name that better represents your business. You can schedule a free consultation with the doola team to discuss any open questions you have. It is crucial to keep your legal documents updated to ensure your business operates smoothly. And in case you require assistance with bookkeeping or other financial tasks or tax filings, doola is a fantastic option because we're a one-stop shop. We offer an intuitive platform, we have an experienced team, and we want to make it simple for you to manage your finances and keep an eye on your business's financial well-being. Our goal is you focus on what you do best, let doola handle the rest. Last but not least, as a bonus, I want to add some of the most frequently asked questions we get when it comes to changing the LLC name. Can I change the name of my LLC with the IRS? Yes, you can change the name of your LLC with the Internal Revenue Service. To do this, you'll need to file Form 8822B, change of address or responsible party for a business. This form is used by businesses to notify the IRS about any changes in their responsible party information, such as a name change. You will also need to update your state's records and business registration documents as well. Can I have different names under my LLC? Yes, you can have multiple names under an LLC. Depending on which state you are forming your LLC in, some states allow for what is called a DBA or doing business as name. This is an additional name that the LLC may be known by or operate under. These DBA names must be filed and registered with the state and local municipality to be used legally and lawfully. Can I add another name to my LLC? Yes, you can add another name to your LLC if it is registered as a DBA, doing business as, following your state's laws and regulations regarding DBAs. You will need to contact your state's Secretary of State office for more information on filing a DBA application with them. Should the LLC name match the business name? The LLC and business name should generally match, but this isn't always required depending on where you form your entity and any rules applicable in that particular jurisdiction. Generally speaking, however, it is recommended that both of these entities share similar or identical names so that customers know they are dealing with one company instead of potentially two separate ones. It also helps avoid confusion when filing taxes or other legal documents involving both the business and its associated entity name. For example, if a customer makes a purchase from ABC Company, but then receives an invoice from XYZ Corporation, it could lead to unnecessary confusion for all parties involved. So ideally, both entities should use matching or very similar names when possible. That's a wrap. Hope you enjoyed the video and hope by now it is clear that 1, yes, you can change your LLC name, and we've gone through the pros and cons of actually doing that. At this point, if you actually need help changing your name, don't sweat. Doola can actually help. So head to the link below, head to doola.com, and we can help you change your LLC name. Also, if you want to double check any final things or you don't feel 100% at ease before starting, head to the link, head to doola. You can actually hit that free consultation button and chat with a formation specialist, a name change specialist, or a tax specialist on the doola team. Thanks so much for watching, and we cannot wait to work with you soon. Again, do not hesitate to comment below with any other questions you have, and looking forward to seeing you in the next video.